I got two questions.
Yes.
So one, how can you be a Christian, a follower of Christ, and not believe that Israel's the righteous ancestral homeland of the Jews? And also,
Wait, what?
how can you be? I know it's too much for you to like.
I'm not a Christian. I'm not a Christian.
Then how is Israel not the ancestral homeland of the Jews? And also, how does America being allies with the PA benefit us more than being allies with Israel?
When you say PA, you mean Palestine or?
Yeah, the Palestine or the Palestinian Authority or Iran or.
Well, my thing is this. I am anti-war, and I don't think we should be interventionists, and I think that us supporting Israel and giving them all the money that we do creates a lot of problems for us geopolitically and creates a whole bunch of issues.
Well, it's Islamic regimes that have been keeping us in the Middle East, in Middle Eastern wars for the past 50+ years.
Who's been keeping us in the wars?
Iran, Iraq, Al-Qaeda.
Really?
Yeah.
You know who's been keeping us in the Middle East?
With Islamic regime by attacking American bases.
Israel's been
Beirut.
keeping us in the Middle East. Well, do you know why we went to war in Iraq?
Because of 9/11.
No, we went to war in Iraq because.
What happened on 9/11? Tell me.
Oh well, that's we got time for this one. Yeah.
Well, back it
Okay.
up with a bunch of bullshit. There you go. Go ahead. I
Okay.
got
See,
all
now,
the day
you ask me the
in the
question and
world.
then you're like, okay.
I got all the day in the world.
So here's the reality, my friend. 9/11, right? And I'm going to just summarize this quickly. I'm not going to deny the fact that we were attacked by Al-Qaeda and extremist groups. And also, the United States knew what was going on. But the part that everyone tends to forget is about how Israel was involved as well and had foreknowledge that we were going to be attacked on that day. And the reason why is because Israel stands to gain great benefit from wars in the Middle East because they want to destabilize all their neighbors so they can go ahead and push the... That's false? Okay, the Greater Israel Project?
Then tell me why. Then tell me the whole basis on the whole basis why Israel was founded was to keep the Jewish people safe. Nothing to do with destabilize the Middle East. Most Israelis, they want to live their lives as is. And you're just out here like spreading the lie that they were putting in place to destabilize the Middle East, because nothing what you said has been backed up by
Israel started wars with all of their enemies.
Credible historical scholar in history.
Okay, so again,
you said has been backed up.
Dude, you thought that you literally just said we went to war in Iraq because of 9/11. No, we went to war in Iraq because of Israel. Because Benjamin Netanyahu literally went over and came over to the United States and said, if we go ahead and we get rid of Saddam, because he has weapons of mass destruction, it'll have positive reverberations all across the Middle East. And what did we do? We went to war over there. 1 million people died. We got nothing to gain from it. We destabilized Iraq. And to this day, there's still problems there and instability all over the place. Everything that we do in the Middle East is because of Israel and because of the powerful lobby that they have in Washington, D.C., where they run this country. So if you don't even understand that, then, dude,
I don't disagree with that the Iraq War went wrong. But, I mean, you got to ask, why did we go there?
Why did we go there? We went there for Israel. We went there for Israel.
No,
and that's a problem.
We went there for our own dignity because we were attacked. That's why.
Do you know that Iraq had nothing to do with 9/11? Did you know that Osama bin Laden and Saddam Hussein were enemies? Did you know that when Saddam Hussein invaded Kuwait?
Same enemy.
Hold on, no, because you don't even know your history, bro. You don't even know your history. So
you don't, dude.
The reality is Saddam Hussein and Osama bin Laden were enemies. When Saddam Hussein invaded Kuwait to go ahead and try to get the oil or get them to lower the prices so that he wouldn't have to compete or whatever the fuck it may be, what ended up happening was Osama offered the Mujahideen, because they had just beat the Russians in the 80s in Afghanistan, he offered the Mujahideen and said, hey, Saudi Arabian royal family, I will fight Saddam on your behalf. And then he was livid because the Saudi royal family said, oh no, we have the Americans, they'll go ahead and defend us. He's like, wait, why do we have Americans, infidels, defending Arab land? This is against the Quran, this is haram. And they were like, nah, get out of here, Saddam. And they fucking sent him to Sudan and ostracized him. And then guess what? Al-Qaeda ended up getting created. So Osama actually hated Saddam and he wanted to fight him. But what did everybody say? Oh yeah, they worked together, whatever, weapons of mass destruction.
Same enemy.
Or the anthrax push. It was all a fucking lie. It was all a lie.
Do you actually think that, like, for example, the current access to terror? Do you actually think that the Iranians and Yemenis get along? No, two totally different ethnicities. But what are they? They're united against a common enemy, which is Israel. So
yeah, because Israel destabilizes and kills Muslims every single day, and they're an illegal colonial state.
False. Have you not read the Bible? Have you not read the Torah?
I'm talking about what's going on here in general when we're talking about the creation of Israel. And also the Israelis and the Jews that they talk about in the Bible are not the modern Israelis of today, by the way. Also, another thing that you need to know, because you want to talk about terrorism all day.
I have ancestry dating back to the
Fantastic, bro. Because here's the thing. I find it interesting how you've been talking about terrorism the entire time. The reality is the state of Israel was created through terrorism. The IDF that you know today was created by the Irgun, Haganah, and Stern gangs. Those three military groups were terrorist organizations that rebranded into the IDF after Israel was created. So the entire state of Israel was founded upon the very terrorism that they try to condemn today.
It's not terrorism. I mean, I would say
it is terrorism.
They've killed 60,000 innocent people. Counterterrorism.
They've killed somewhere between 60 to 300,000 people.
According to who?
Already.
According to who? Ministry of Hamas?
Dude, they use those stats. Even the IDF uses those stats themselves.
Best combatant ratio of any modern war. 4 to 1.
What's the combatant ratio?
4 to 1.
4 to 1 innocent people to one Hamas terrorist?
Yeah. Because sometimes if you want to count as civilians, you got to realize most 17-year-old men are training for Hamas. So yes, they should be classified as terrorists.
So you think it's okay to kill 4 innocent people for 1 terrorist?
Well, I mean, look what the Allies did in Dresden. So if
it's not, here's the thing. Israel has the capability to do direct strikes. They did it in Iran, where they can literally assassinate people with pinpoint accuracy. That's unacceptable. Here's the thing.
We also
dude, are you Jewish? Are you Jewish?
Yeah.
You are. Okay, that makes sense. So here's the thing, bro. Let's just have a very honest conversation here. Jews don't value life outside of people that aren't Jewish. Let's just be honest here. They don't value they don't value Arab life. They only care about Israelis. Because the reality is you guys have killed 100,000 plus people, okay, off of 1,200. And let's be honest here. Of that 1,200 that were killed, how many did the IDF kill? Because you guys killed a bunch of Israelis that day as well. Because you didn't want to have to
deal with October 7th?
Yeah, on October 7th.
That's just wrong, dude.
Oh, really?
Have you not seen the videos? Yeah.
Do you know what the Hannibal Directive is?
Did you not see the videos of Hamas going into Kfar Aza, shooting children, shooting women, shooting dogs?
Do you know what the Hannibal Directive is?
No regard for life.
Do you know what the Hannibal Directive is?
Tell me.
See, that's the problem. You don't even fucking know. You're just over here yapping.
You don't even know what happened
the Hannibal
on October
Directive
7th.
is when
IDF
kills their own people. You don't even
know what happened on October 7th.
I just told you the Hannibal Directive was activated on that day. The Hannibal Directive is where they kill their own people to avoid them being taken as hostages, so they don't have to deal with the diplomatic nightmare of getting them back.
The IDF came in on paraglides to drop into a music festival to kill their own people.
No, they came in Apache helicopters and killed their own people.
I didn't see that. Where's the video of Apache helicopters? Please educate me.
There's literally videos out there of them shooting at people. You can see it. And on top of that, how do you think all those cars were burned, right, with blown up? Hamas has that capability? No.
Yeah. Only explosives, dude. Every single terrorist organization has them. I mean,
dude, the people that got killed in the cars literally got burnt to a crisp and blown up. Hamas does not have that capability. That was Apache Hellfire missiles, dude. You got to do some better research before you come over. Let's go to the next guy.
Show me the videos. I'm asking for your research. Where is it?
Sir, go on your phone, type in Hannibal Directive, educate yourself a little bit, then come back and we can debate, because you can't even have this conversation, dude.
I'll come back in 5 minutes, dude. I'll show you my receipts.
And then you go ahead. Yoav Gallant, look him up. That was the guy that admitted. He was your defense minister. And he admitted that the Hannibal Directive was activated that day and they killed their own people.
All lies, dude.
Look it up on your phone, man.
All lies, man.
Look it up on your phone. It's very Jewish behavior, not surprised.
So my question is, you say Israel is our greatest enemy?
Yes.
And would you agree that what they're doing in Gaza is like an ethnic cleansing and genocide?
100%.
So are you pro-Palestine?
Well, I'm pro-human. And what's going on right now is completely unacceptable.
So you say America shouldn't give money to anybody, right?
I don't think we should be giving money to Israel specifically, especially with what's going on.
So should we be giving money to Palestine if it is an ethnic cleansing and it's a human rights issue?
Well, here's the thing. If we're going to go ahead and be the responsible for 70% of the bombs being dropped on them, I do think at this point that we do have some duty to get some type of peace and to broker some kind of peace between the two and create whether it be a two-state solution or a one-state solution where the Israelis are forced to take in those Palestinians that they currently have an apartheid under, or living under an apartheid regime, because the reality is there's never going to be peace in the Middle East until the Palestinians get some type of sovereignty.
But if you make a two-state, like you make Palestine its own state, wouldn't that be a terrorist led state?
I would argue the Israelis are bigger terrorists than the Palestinians are.
And then how would we stop giving money to Israel?
How do we stop?
Yeah, if everyone in Congress is in AIPAC.
You're right. That's a good question. We need to get them out of there. Dual citizen, we got to get them out of positions of power.
But how can you do that if they're in AIPAC? Like, everyone that is running for a government is in AIPAC. Like, what's your solution to that?
Well, again, we need to go ahead and get more politicians that aren't necessarily dependent upon Zionist money, Zionist lobby money. We need politicians that put America first, aka I would argue America only. And we need to ensure that we have people that have America's best interests and don't carry an Israeli passport. Like right now, we are absolutely our foreign policy is being run by a rogue nation that exercises terrorism to conduct ethnic cleansing and have the Greater Israel Project. And I think that's a problem because they have too much control and too many levers in American society, whether it's government, big tech, finance, so many different levers of power that they have. It's too much and we need to get them out of there.
But how do you do that is my question.
Wake people up. First is education. After October 7th, we've been able to finally talk about this topic, right? For example, the guy earlier asked me about, what's your thing with, World War II, whatever. The fact that I couldn't even talk about that while we're on certain platforms proves my point that there's a heavy censorship regime around a certain topic. And that should tell people, that's interesting. So we've finally been able to talk about this topic when it comes to Zionism, Jewish power, Jewish supremacy over the past year or so. Prior to October 7th, if you talked about it, you would get banned off every single platform. And it's still a very sensitive topic to this day. So I think by educating people on who really runs this country and the occupation of our government, that's step one.
But how do you think Israel runs our country?
I mean, you mentioned it earlier with AIPAC. That's one tentacle that they use. But there's an enormous amount of lobbying power that they have with being able to control our foreign policy. They basically dictate our foreign policy.
You said Israel is our greatest enemy, yet majority of the points that you stated are due to America supporting Israel. So why don't you focus on what America's doing wrong?
What America's doing wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to stop giving money to Israel. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's something that we're doing wrong right now.
All right. Bet. Appreciate it.
No worries.
That was easy.
Oh shit, the Jew's back. And we're not live on YouTube, so we can say what the fuck we want to say now.
So,
I didn't know that we weren't live, so we're like pre-recording. What's up?
yeah, so if the Hannibal directive was actually being practiced by the IDF, then how come every single Israeli hostage in Gaza hasn't been found dead or alive?
Why have they been found dead or alive?
No, why haven't they been? If the Hannibal directive was in practice by the IDF,
yes,
then how come every single Israeli hostage right now in Gaza hasn't been found dead or alive? Because if the Hannibal directive says we will do by any means possible to free a captive IDF soldier or Israeli citizen,
yes,
then how come every single Hamas captive hasn't been rescued regardless if they're dead or alive?
Okay, so before I answer this, I'm glad that you did your research and figured out that the IDF kills their own, right, to prevent them being taken so they don't have to deal with hostages. So here's the thing, bro.
That's not even what the Hannibal directive
That's what it is.
said. No, it's not.
Did you even read it?
It basically says that the Hannibal directive says it would not purposely kill their own, but it says it will go by any means possible,
which means killing their own,
which does mean which could put the captive at risk. But what I'm saying is they haven't, because when I say they haven't, because we have not found every single hostage. We know where every single hostage.
Because here's the thing,
every single hostage is.
It's because obviously Hamas was successful and successfully kidnapped some of them. That's why.
Oh, so they did October 7th. So Hamas did October 7th, not the IDF, because that's what you told me 30 minutes ago. Dude, come here. Here. I have something to show you. Come here.
So here's the thing. I'm not going to go over there. So let me just go ahead and address this, because I can't believe that you're this dense. Yeah, we're going to go ahead. Yeah. So let me just go ahead and address this real quick. All right. Let me just go ahead. Let's go ahead and address this. So, okay, let me go ahead and address this, because this guy clearly doesn't know what he's talking about. So here's the reality, dude. On October 7th, 1,200 people were killed, right? Now, okay, we're going to go into that. So we know that roughly 400 of those people that were killed were IDF, which is enemy combatants, fair game, unfortunately. The loss of life sucks, but that's war, right? So 400 were killed. That leaves us with about 800 total. We know for a fact that at least 200 Israelis were killed by the IDF thanks to the Hannibal directive, because they did not want them to be captured, right? And then that leaves us about 600. So at absolute most, Hamas killed 600 people that day. That's obviously a travesty, and it sucks.
It was zero about half an hour ago. Now it's 600.
That's obviously horrible. And then another 200 were kidnapped. But the point I'm trying to make is, during the course of the IDF trying to stop the attacks, because remember, they didn't know what the hell was going on. They were shooting tanks into kibbutzes. They were shooting they were using Hellfire missiles shooting at people because they weren't able to identify who the hell was who. A lot of people ended up getting killed by the IDF. Now, when Hamas went in there, their goal is to take hostages. Why?
Oh, so the IDF didn't. So let's say, even like theoretically, if your argument was true, like, which is not, by the way, just let's get that straight. If that argument
is true, that's what happened on October 7th.
The IDF did not kill their own civilians on purpose, which you were saying 30 minutes ago. So now you're already caving. See here,
bro, what the fuck are you?
Here.
Look. Dude,
I want you,
when they run the
come
handle
here,
directive,
and I want
you got to
to show- I want
understand,
you to show me
they're
the
just
Israeli
shooting at every
perpetrator.
single car that's making it back to fucking Gaza because they can't afford to have more hostages. So they're shooting at everything, and they don't care who it is because they're looking at it like whether it's a hostage or a Hamas fighter.
It was
it's
pretty
a
obvious
W.
whether it was a terrorist or a hostage. It was pretty obvious. Here.
Dude, they were killing everybody.
I want you to show me
they
where
were
the
killing
Israeli
everybody.
perpetrator is in this
They
video.
were killing everybody because they didn't want to have to deal with hostage negotiations. Because whenever they have to deal with hostage negotiations, look up a guy named
We'll deal
Ghalid
with hostage
Shalit.
negotiations
Look up
because
a guy
we'll care
named
about our own
Ghalid
citizens.
Shalit. He was an
Instead of
IDF
putting him in
soldier.
the line of
He was an
fire.
IDF soldier that was captured, and they had to return 1,000 Palestinians to get him back. They don't want to have to do that. And then, like I said before,
Because we care about our own civilians. Yes, we'll go through hell and high water to get him back.
What?
Because we care about our own civilians. Yes, we will pay whatever the price is.
No,
to
it's
get our
actually the
people back.
opposite. That's why they fucking kill their guys now, so they never have to be put in that diplomatic position again.
I want you to show me where the Israeli perpetrator is. Come here in this video.
No,
Come
I'm
here,
not
if you have a
going
pen.
anywhere. Like
Why
I told
not?
you what
Why
it is.
not? I think
Because, dude,
why
you
not?
didn't you didn't understand any of this shit.
I think I should be at
You
that
didn't even know
desk,
what the
dude.
handle
You should be
directive was
asking
an
me the
hour ago,
questions.
dude.
You should be asking
You
me
didn't
the
even know what the
questions.
fuck it was an hour ago.
You don't know what the fuck is going on.
Like, dude, what's your question? What else do you got? Because you got proven wrong with the handle directive on October 7th.
I told you a question. I want
So,
you
because
to
the
show
reality
me
is
the
this.
Israeli
Here's the
perpetrator in
thing.
this video.
Here's the facts. Now that we went over the numbers,
Well, you
at
change
most-
your facts. Your
at
facts change
most-
every 30 minutes or so.
At most,
because
at most, Hamas killed 600 Israelis on that day, and that is
1,200.
fucking horrible. I just explained to you how it can't be 1,200,
it was-
retard.
it was- yeah, it was-
I
it
literally
was
just told you how it
zero-
can't be
0
1,200.
30 minutes ago.
I explained it to you how they can't be 1,200. So anyway, going back to what I was saying, 600 got killed by Hamas at the absolute most. That's still horrible. However, Israel went back and killed what? 60,000. And that's just what we know of the people that were killed by Israel directly. That doesn't count for the people that starved. That doesn't count for the people under the rubble. We're getting closer to 300 to 400,000. So let me get this straight. Israel gets 600 of their people killed, and then they go ahead and kill 100,000 plus. Does that sound fair to you?
Well, does the Allies what the Allies did in World War II? Does that sound fair? Does blowing Dresden to smithereens sound fair to you?
It's 2025. We have way more military capabilities than we do before.
Yeah, we've been
also,
using that.
intelligence agencies play a way bigger role in wars now.
Sending texts to get citizens out of harm's way and using them as human shields.
Oh, really? That's your argument? Is going to be human shields?
Well, that's what Hamas does. Yes.
Okay.
The Hamas is they're responsible for their own citizens. Yes.
If they're underground, right? They have all these tunnels. Why would you bomb above ground and kill innocent people then?
Because you have to get above ground to get below.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's how the Earth works.
Are you aware of the fact that like Israel ran a 10-year-long operation where they were able to detonate a bunch of phones and pagers and kill people directly? And then when they went ahead in Operation Rising Line and they went and killed a bunch of Iranian military officials as well as scientists, they used like direct missiles to kill them and their apartments. So Israel has the capability of running intelligence operations alongside their military to do direct strikes. But when it comes to Gaza, they don't give a fuck. They're bombing the hell out of them and killing everybody.
Because you can conduct a direct strike
83%
on several
of the people
military
killed in
officials,
Gaza
but
are
when you have
civilians.
when you have thousands of terrorists hiding beneath a hospital for God's sakes, then
why is there no
That's what
proof
you-
of it being a Hamas base? They said that it was a Hamas base. They didn't show any proof.
beneath Hamas's headquarters is beneath the Al-Aqsa hospital in Gaza.
So so you bombed it above and killed a bunch of innocent people. Look, the reality, dude, and this is tough for you to defend. I know
Well,
it is.
that's a direct
you guys
violation of the
killed.
Geneva Convention.
You guys have
you
killed
can't
like
build terrorist
100
infrastructure beneath the hospital.
You guys have killed like 100x, damn near, of innocent people compared to the people that were
According
killed on
to who?
October 7th. Like, it's not symmetrical whatsoever, and you're just bombing and killing a bunch of people. This is why it's a genocide going on. And this is why nobody likes Israel.
But nobody likes you clearly. So I mean, it's like,
Dude, you're Jewish.
I think you should. I should be,
Dude,
you
you're
should be
Jewish.
asking me the questions. You should be.
Dude,
asking
you're
me the
fucking
questions.
Jewish, and nobody cares. Like, honestly,
And what are you?
Like-
and what are you?
I'm an American patriot.
Yeah,
I'm
so am
America
I.
first, America
I'm
only.
so
Fuck
am I.
Israel.
You know what?
And honestly, a lot of you Jews create a lot of fucking problems. We're going to be honest here. You guys come in and you push your fucking porn. You guys come in and lie about the fucking...
Redacted.
Boys will have this victim
Like what?
narrative. You guys want to go ahead and push feminism and LGBTQ and all that other bullshit. Matter of fact, if we're going to talk about who pushed it, Magnus Hirschfeld. He was a fucking weird gay guy, and the Nazis burned the books. Why? Because they were pushing a bunch of degeneracy. And then we went ahead and we got all this bullshit going on. And what ends up happening with the shit? Kill innocent
That's the
kid.
left,
We got
not the
two
Jews.
Christians kids. They got
That's the
killed
left,
the other
not the
day
Jews.
because of a Jewish construct of and homosexuality that Jews push.
Leftist construct.
Yeah, and who are the biggest leftists?
Not the Jews anymore.
Oh, what
Not
was Karl
anymore.
Marx? What was Karl Marx?
I mean, he's a Jew, but he's a communist.
Yeah, exactly. Who's a fucking Jew. So let's be honest, we're going to have that conversation. Israel's created a lot of problems for us, and I don't want to fucking support it anymore. And we got a genocidal fucking crazy warpath people that don't give a fuck about anybody else. You guys kill innocent people all the time. You guys start a bunch of wars. We don't want to be involved anymore. Deal with your own fucking problems. Let your neighbors invade you and destroy you guys because you guys don't want to fucking exercise diplomacy. It's not our problem, dude. Honestly.
No more aid to Israel. You don't want to come see my receipts? That's all I got to say, that you're a coward.
You don't have any fucking receipts, dude. You didn't even know what the Hannibal directive was. You guys do false flags?
I just told you what it was, and then you changed your number, saying that you should change your number, saying that it was zero. Saying it was zero civilians.
All right, you. Let's move to the next person.
You're a coward.
Nobody cares, you. Get out of here.